Hello guys, welcome or welcome back to the channel. My name is Ed and I usually post videos about writing stuff, but recently I posted a video of my reaction to Vampire Academy and Fate Wing Saga, and those videos did quite well. I don't know if it's because there's more people interested in TV shows reactions than writing stuff, or if it's because my personality shines in those kind of videos. But I just thought it would be nice to do those kind of videos every once in a while. I mean, they're fun. I really enjoy series, but whenever I watch them, sometimes I do feel guilty because I'm spending time watching a TV series instead of writing. Um, and I also want to watch more fantasy shows because recently I feel like my creativity well is kind of dried up. So, I just want to see if I can get myself excited about writing again. Without further ado, let's jump into my reaction video. And as you already know from the title and the thumbnail of the video, I'm going to react to the first episode of Vampire Diaries. Disclaimer, I've already watched Vampire Diaries before, but I have really good memories of it. I really loved it the first time around I watched it. I wasn't quite fond of the last two seasons of the show, but everything prior to that was quite good and I quite enjoyed it. And I just thought it would be fun to watch the series again after, when did the series come out? 2009. So it's been 13 years. That's a lot. That's a lot. So let's see if this iconic show still stands to today's standards, and if it came out today, would it be any good? And do I remember it as good because of the time it came out and my mentality and the state of the world at that point? Or did I like it because the show is actually good? Without further ado, let's get into it.
For a century, I have lived in secret, hiding in the shadows, alone in the world. Until now, I am a vampire. And this is my story.
Is it bad that I already have something to say? I don't know about you guys, but looking back on how we used to record movies and TV series back then, like these kind of introspective intros are just so funny and cringy to watch now. Like the first thing that came to mind when this scene started playing out was Twilight and that monologue that Bella has when the movie first starts. Like, why did we think this was good? Like, okay.
Hours drive to hear that crap. It wasn't even a band, a guy with a guitar. An hour each way.
He wasn't that bad.
He sounded like James Blunt.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
We already have a James Blunt. One's all we need.
So why did you come?
Does it like you?
Nicely done.
Who wants to fuck you? That's why you went.
There's no signal! Darren! Darren!
I have a question. His body fell from the sky, right? How? What's the logic behind that? I have a vague memory that this happens quite a lot in the show, and I kind of get it when it happens in the forest, like the vampire climbed a tree or something. Like, I don't know why they would do that, but I mean, that's the most logical explanation. But there, in a road, there's no trees, like right above them. Where did the body come from? See, there it is again. She was taken into the sky. Like, what's the logic? Like, I get it. They probably did that for, I don't know, cinematic sensation, something. But it doesn't make sense because vampires don't fly in this show.
Today will be different.
Another question: how does he know that Helena exists? Do they ever explain this on the series? Like, does he just lurks around town and sees if a girl looking like Catherine will show up? Like,
Be someone new. It's the only way I'll make it through.
she was so young.
I can make toast.
Is it just me, or the music was way too loud? Editing team, you need to up your game. I can't barely hear what they're saying. Bonnie has a face that says, I'll do anything for you, you piece of nugget sins.
Pardon me. Is this the men's room?
Yes. I was just. I was just. It's a long story. Thank you.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about this moment. This is just awkward. This isn't romantic. Mhm. Okay, but this part was relatable. Tell me you didn't do this during class. I know I did.
I must have said, I'm fine. Thanks. At least 37 times. And I didn't mean it once.
That's oddly specific.
Shoot! So I thought.
Okay, you have to tell me what was the purpose of having this scene on the show. Yes, it's eerie, it's creepy as fuck, but the reason all this is happening is because in the books, this other main character, Damon, which you all probably know, basically in the books, he has the power to turn into a raven or a crow, whatever that was, and I think he also can summon fog. Um, so this is clearly a reference to that, but it's never brought up again in the show. Never. And I know this for sure, even though I haven't watched this show in like, I don't know, I think I finished watching it I think I watched it like 5 years ago or something, maybe less. Uh, and I know for a fact that they never once mentioned this again. So why did they even put this into the show in the first place? Was it like an Easter egg for those who read the books? Because from someone's perspective, of someone who hasn't read the books, this was probably just random AF.
Nice ring.
Oh, it's a family ring. Kind of stuck with it. It's weird, huh?
No, it's just, I mean, there are rings and then there's that.
She was so innocent back then. I miss this side of her. Back when she wasn't annoying.
Everything I've kept buried inside came rushing to the surface. I'm simply not able to resist her.
Because that wasn't creepy at all. What is it with vampire shows that they always make a point that the main couple, one of them is a vampire, the other is a human, and the vampire one always can't resist the human is. They smell amazingly, and being by their side is like they're fighting temptation every single day. That's not romantic. That's creepy and borderline toxic and concerning.
What's your deal? I mean, summer you act one way and then school starts and you can't be bothered.
Look, Jeremy, I really appreciate all the pharmaceuticals, but you can't keep following me around like a lost puppy.
When's the last time you had sex with a puppy?
Keep it down. I don't want to tell
I totally forgot about this.
the world I deflowered landscaper.
And deflowered and deflowered.
You hooked up a few times in a drug haze. It's over. You gotta back up before you...
Isn't this that one song that got really famous recently because of Stranger Things? Vampire Diaries did it first. Sorry.
Mr. Donovan, would you like to take this opportunity to overcome your embedded jock stereotype?
It's okay, Mr.
The teacher is a jerk.
Tanner. There were 346 casualties, unless you're counting the local civilians.
That's correct. Mr.
Salvatore.
Except, of course, there were no civilian casualties in this battle.
Actually, there were 27, sir. Confederate soldiers, they fired on a church, believing it to be housing weapons. And they were wrong. It's a 9th grade loss.
Suck
The
it.
archives are stored in Civil Hall if you'd like to brush up on your facts.
Suck it.
Last spring, my parents' car drove off of a bridge into the lake. And I was in the back seat and I survived, but they didn't. So that's my story.
You won't be sad forever, Elena.
I know people mean well when they say this, but I hate it. I've suffered loss in my life, and it just, you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that it won't hurt forever, because you know that not hurting forever means that you slowly start forgetting about the people you lost. And I know it's natural, it's just the way your brain copes with the pain, but it's just too cruel, like you start forgetting about someone who was dear and important to you, and that's why it stops hurting so much, and that's why you start being happy again, because you start forgetting. And I don't know, personally, I just hate when people say that to me, you know?
No, Ty, I'm not looking sexy. It's the truth. For who? No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Not that you're not like this. No. I said no. I don't. That hurt.
Hey, leave her alone.
Another thing I completely forgot about this show, Tyler. I already had my issues with Tyler for things that will happen later on. I was actually quite happy they took him out of the show because he is a character, he was just so toxic. And remembering this scene, no.
Jeremy? Is that you?
Is she going to die? Like, I know she dies eventually, but is it now?
You are. Have you been done with clothes yet? Because they are really cool at night. And I can show you if you want.
I think you've had too much to drink.
Well, of course I have. So,
Caroline, you and me, it's not gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Babe, you might want to reconsider that.
Everybody back up. Give her some space.
it's her neck. Something better. She's losing a lot of blood. It's bad.
Because that doesn't look suspicious.
Crow's a bit much, don't you think? Wait do you see what I can do with the fog?
See? Why would they put this in the show if they never brought it up again? Because it could seriously be really helpful in some other instances. His face, he's like, oh my god, the shit they're giving my sister is strong. Like, you just woke up and it was a vampire. Like, no one in their right mind would say something like this. Even if that's what happened, like in the real world, no one would say something like that because you know that no one would believe you. So, like,
All you can do is be ready for the good. So when it comes, you invite it in. Because you need it. I need it.
again, is this supposed to be romantic? It just keeps showing up at her place. This is creepy. This is not romantic. This is creepy. This is Edward Cullen watching Isabella Swan sleeping creepy, okay? Okay, so my thoughts. The first episode was definitely more creepy than I thought it would be. I also felt like it was a little bit too on the nose with this all very poetical and philosophical like monologues and stuff. But since they're setting up for the series and they didn't actually know if this was gonna catch, if people were gonna like it or not, I kind of see what they're going for. Definitely a bit cringy, but at the same time, I like it. Maybe it's just nostalgia. Um, but I think there's definitely a lot worse out there, and this was definitely fun. So prepare to have me binge watching Vampire Diaries from start to finish all over again, because that's just how I roll. But yeah, I actually quite enjoyed it. Damon, as always, already started off as a douche, but at the same time, I kind of wonder if he's not looking out for his brother because he knows how much Catherine broke him. And attention, this is only my second time watching the series, um, and I didn't think this is my first time watching it, but like him coming to Mystic Falls when he brought his brother does, it just kind of makes it feel like he's looking out for Stefan because deep down he still cares about his brother. I mean, if he truly hated him, he would have killed him a long time ago, but he didn't. And the truth is, Stefan is a ripper. He can't control himself when he has human blood, and just that whole conversation between him and Damon, it made me feel like Damon was actually there to keep an eye on Stefan and protect Selena because he doesn't fully trust Stefan around someone who resembles so much his first love. So I don't know, that was like a nice revelation to have. I hope I'm right. We all know how the series is going to end, how their relationship turns out. And even though they were quite toxic to one another, Damon more than Stefan, I feel like in the end they truly loved each other. They just didn't exactly know how to show that or how to, love each other without the competition feeling that they grew up with. So there's that. And I already mentioned this, but I feel like I'm gonna binge watch the show. So, yeah, I guess I'll see you next year. Just kidding. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like similar videos in the future, let me know. Let me know what you'd like me to watch and react to if that's something you're interesting. I know that I'm just a small YouTuber at this point, and I don't actually intend to be like super big, but it would be nice to have some followers and I don't know, just engage with people from other places. Um, Enlarge my group of friends, which at this point is like 3 people. Um, so yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you stick around. Bye.